You promise yourself never again. You tell yourself you'll be more careful next time, that you'll spot the red flags earlier. And yet, somehow, a few months later, you're right back here, giving more than you're getting. Again, if this pattern keeps repeating in your life, it's not bad luck and it's not a coincidence. There's a real psychological reason behind why this keeps happening, and today, we're going to uncover it. Welcome back to MindFacts Daily. Today we're exploring the psychology behind why some people keep attracting users, takers, and one-sided relationships, even when they consciously try to avoid it. Stay till the end, because the final point is the one that actually breaks the cycle. First, let's clear something up. If this keeps happening to you, it's easy to think you just have bad luck with people, or that you keep meeting the wrong kind of person by chance. But psychologists say patterns like this are rarely random. Human relationships aren't random events. They're shaped by unconscious patterns we develop, often without realizing it. If the same type of dynamic keeps repeating with different people, the common factor isn't luck. It's a pattern your own psychology is unknowingly participating in. To understand this, we need to go back to attachment theory. Psychologists have found that the way we bonded with caregivers in early childhood creates a template for how we approach relationships as adults. If, growing up, love or attention felt conditional, something you had to earn through being helpful, agreeable, or easy to deal with, your brain may have learned that your worth in relationships comes from what you give, not simply from who you are. This creates what's called an anxious or fawn attachment style, where, as an adult, you unconsciously seek approval by overgiving, overextending, and avoiding conflict, which, unfortunately, makes you an easy target for people who take without giving back. This leads directly into the second factor, people-pleasing. When your self-worth becomes tied to being useful or agreeable, saying no starts to feel dangerous, like it might cost you the relationship altogether. So instead, you say yes when you want to say no. You give rides, lend money, listen for hours, cancel your own plans. Not always because you truly want to, but because refusing feels uncomfortable at a deeper level. The problem is, people who are prone to using others are often very good at recognizing this trait. Not necessarily. The third factor is subtler, a belief, often unconscious, that you need to earn love or belonging rather than simply deserve it. This often shows up as thoughts like, if I stop being helpful, will they still want me around? This belief makes one-sided relationships feel oddly familiar, even comfortable, because on some level, it matches a pattern you're used to. Psychologically, we're often drawn to what feels familiar, even when it isn't healthy, because unfamiliar dynamics, like the fourth factor, is a difficulty setting boundaries. For people who've spent years prioritizing others' comfort over their own, boundaries can feel selfish or like they'll cause conflict. But here's the psychological truth. Boundaries aren't what damage relationships. The absence of them is what allows people to keep taking without consequence. Without a boundary, there's no signal telling the other person, this is where fairness ends. So they keep going, not always maliciously, but because nothing has told them otherwise. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain is wired to seek familiarity, not necessarily fairness. If one-sided giving has been your relational normal for years, with family, friends, or past partners, a balanced, reciprocal relationship can actually feel foreign, even slightly uncomfortable at first. This is why some people, without meaning to, subconsciously gravitate toward dynamics that mirror what they already know, even when it isn't good for them. So, how do you break this cycle? Psychologists point to a few key shifts. First, start noticing the discomfort of saying no, rather than avoiding it. The goal isn't to never feel uncomfortable. It's to tolerate that discomfort without immediately reversing your decision to please someone. Second, pay attention to reciprocity early. Notice, does this person ask about you as much as they talk about themselves? Do they show up for you the way you show up for them? Early imbalance is often a preview of the whole relationship. Third, separate your worth from your usefulness. Practice recognizing that you deserve care and respect simply by existing, not because of what you provide, fix, or give. Fourth, set one small boundary at a time. You don't need to overhaul every relationship overnight. Start with something small, leaving a message unanswered for a few hours, saying, "Let me think about it." So to summarize, if you keep attracting people who use you, it's not bad luck. It's often a combination of early attachment patterns, people-pleasing tendencies, a belief that love must be earned, and difficulty setting boundaries, all of which quietly signal to certain people that you're an easy source of one-sided giving. But patterns that were learned can also be unlearned. Awareness is the first step, and now you have it. If this explained a pattern you've noticed in your own life, let me know in the comments. Have you started setting boundaries, or is this something you're still working through? If you want more psychology facts like this, subscribe to MindFacts Daily. New videos every week. See you in the next one.